My name is Drew Lamesser. I'm the Director of Production at the San Francisco Opera. I've been here for just over 3 years and been involved with all of the simulcasts from the San Francisco Opera. One of the most often asked questions we have is, how do we get our signal from the Opera House to AT&T Park, and is it really live? And how does that exactly work? Well, our early simulcasts were fairly simple processes. We were only a block and a half from the Opera House. We used microwaves. We bounced it off a building and bounced it back to the Civic Center lot. And that was pretty easy. This, what we're using today, is just a fiber connection. It's spun glass. Fiber optic cable is made of very thin strands of flexible glass or plastic and is capable of carrying light over long distances. We encode the digital video signals into pulses of light and transmit it down the fiber. The video and audio signals are then decoded and the sound signal sent to the speaker arrays, while the video signal is sent to AT&T's big screen. The digital transmission happens here over fiber, a strand of fiber that stretches from the Opera House to AT&T Park underground. All the cameras are robotic and those are controlled by fiber. Fiber transmits the information back up to the 5th floor. The video director and the team up there are controlling the cameras and the look and the focus and the aperture of all the cameras. The selection of the specific image that the director chooses is punched up on the board by the video technical director. And that image is sent by fiber from the Opera House to AT&T Park. About a second later it arrives and it's put up on the big screen. Actually, how you see opera now is analogous in both opera and baseball, because you can be in the house and you can be one of the fortunate 3,000 people who have a seat to watch the live performance, or you can be at AT&T Park. The analogy is you can be at AT&T Park watching a live baseball game, or you can be home watching on your TV. Home, you can watch close-ups, you can watch replays, you have advantages that you don't have while you're at the park. And at the park here for opera, you have advantages of close-ups and little bits and pieces of information. You get to see maybe the reaction of the tenor to what the sopranos just sung, or you get to see things that are happening in the chorus, and you know that something is brewing. Well, that's an advantage we can give you, because you can't see nuance like that at the Opera House. Some seats are 200 feet away. Here, you might be 200 feet away, but the image is also 20 times bigger than it is at the Opera House. So it is a great way to pick up on some of what technology can do to bring that together. When you're at the Opera House, the proscenium arch is 52 feet wide. It's about 28 feet high. What we let you see of the stage comes in that window. That's almost the same aspect or relationship, side to side, corner to corner, as high definition television. That's 16 by 9. 9 units high, 16 units wide. The screen here at AT&T Park is 103 feet wide and 31 feet high. That's almost twice as wide as high definition television. So the image you're watching tonight is actually wider than you're going to see in a movie theater. It's wider than CinemaScope. It's just this enormous image. And I think it has a real power when you hear that voice and you see that image. It's unmistakable. It's the opera. If you're enjoying tonight's performance and you're new to opera and you're just not quite sure about making that big step up into the War Memorial and those big marble stairs, and it's off-putting to you at all, a couple things you should remember. You're perfectly fine wearing blue jeans. You're fine dressed as you are. Come on in. We don't care. We actually like it that way. And if you're enjoying the big screen and the close-ups, we have the perfect place for you to sit. The upper balcony of the War Memorial has screens that we drop in for special performances, and we show the exact same image you're seeing tonight on those big screens up in the upper balcony. A terrific way to be both live audience, seeing the real performance in the venue, and also see the reactions of the performers in those close-ups. Enjoy the opera.